Camera speed. Now, here is a motion picture film.
この野郎、ふざけやがって。
What's up, people? Welcome to the Mixer's Almanac. We're doing Rhubarb today, and we're on a tight schedule, so just take it away, Sam and Linda. Rhubarb it up.
What's up? How is everyone? Oh, Mike's here.
Yeah.
Up, Mike.
What's up, Mike? Gotta go a little early tonight because Linda's gotta get out of here. So we can give ourselves an extra half an hour here. But tacos sound good. I'm hungry.
We had chicken tacos.
Too. We did fish tacos, and I was way hungrier, and then I had one, and I got really full really fast, which sucked. I was
barbecue chicken.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it was good. Actually, Hawaiian. Sweet baby raised Hawaiian. Yum.
Well, tonight is rhubarb, and we will get right on into it.
Love my rhubarb recipe.
You know, again, it's another week. I think I don't know, we're not having good luck right now with these profiles we're tackling some on our collabs. What did we try and do last week?
Bananas. Foster, yeah.
Oh yeah, the fuck. What was it?
I'm looking for it.
Banana Foster.
Banana Foster. Yeah.
What was the?
Nom's rhubarb. Wait.
No, sorry, it was raspberry.
No, we did chocolate. Oh, never mind.
Chocolate was red currant week.
Yeah.
The only thing
that would have been last week.
The only thing y'all posted last was the quiche.
Wait, no, last week was red currants.
Yeah. And we did almond custard, banana foster, dairy milk, honey.
Oh, that's right. We're going for the chocolate milk.
No.
That was the
No.
week before. We were trying
Yeah.
to do
Honey circles,
milk and honey.
roasted peanuts,
right?
meringue.
Oh no, the
red-
honey roasted peanut. That's right. Okay.
Which we have to totally read it because I don't think.
The honey roasted nuts and milk with fruit. And yeah, it did not work out very well. I mean, I vaped it. It was vapable. It was good. My girlfriend didn't like the room note, and I think that was the honey. She was like, I don't like this one.
Did you vape?
You know, the bright fruitiness and the honey. Yeah, the room note just wasn't very good, I guess.
Oh, does she vape?
No.
Oh, the room note. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't vape. She doesn't like me stinking up the house all the time. But when the kids are
Really?
gone, I do.
What do you?
Yeah, it's more about like vaping out the house. You know, like, vaporing out
So
the
what do you
house.
do? You can't vape in the house.
Step outside, pretend like I'm smoking a cigarette.
Sucks.
A little bit. I got kids though. I don't want them living in a world of fog. Like I said, when the kids are gone though, all bets are off. The fans are always running.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
she
let's-
doesn't like the fans running all the time either. I don't know. I love the fans running all the time. So
I have fans
like that.
running 365
that
days.
slight hum noise of the comfort. So,
Mhm.
anyway, yeah, it didn't work out very well. We got some ideas. I think, what was it that I was thinking? Just like going for milk and honey, taking the cereal aspect of it out of it, and just going like fruits and milk and honey. I think is what our idea was there. But honestly, I just want us to get through this list so we can move on and give ourselves proper time and on putting recipes together.
Mhm.
Together.
Together forever, you know it's
Anyways,
true.
Rhubarbs. So we got a couple recipes. Did you want to go first, Linda?
I'll go first. I love my rhubarb recipe.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Let's get these out of the way.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mine is called Crimson Garden Pie. I did compost strawberry SSA at 1 1/4, pie crust 1-on-1 at 1 1/2, rhubarb cuddle decadent vapors at 4, shortbread biscuit SSA at 1, strawberry rhubarb SSA at 1, super sweet, and I did vanilla custard Flavor West at 2. And that was my cheat for spice. And believe it or not, I kind of do get that little. I don't know if it's more the rhubarb. This is so good. It's so. I get the tang, I get the sweet strawberry, I get a little bit of crust. I probably could have. I don't know. I didn't get a ton of crust, but I definitely got it. I definitely really enjoy this vape. I think the strawberry is perfect for it. And that rhubarb cuddle is supposed to be rhubarb in a creme and glaze. And I think the vanilla custard from Flavor West, I get spices. I don't get a ton in a mix, but when I single flavor tested it, I definitely get eggnog spices. It's definitely not a bad custard. It's just not a vanilla custard. I like it. I think if I boosted the bakery a little bit, or you maybe try a graham cracker crust, but I mean, it's good. So I like it. I'm glad I put Nick in it. I'm vaping it.
You shouldn't put people into e-liquids. I don't know what Nicholas had to do with it at all.
Oh, sorry. Well, Nicholas pissed me off, so I'm just kidding. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Nicholas.
Nikolai.
So yeah. Did you
Yeah, rhubarb cuddles. I think I was looking at it earlier. I was thinking of using it too. It's I think it's supposed to be rhubarb custard, basically.
Well, it says rhubarb in a creme glaze, so yeah. And I'm not sure if I get strawberry from it.
I think I also saw in the notes it said potentially other berries as well.
Yeah.
Like rhubarb and maybe some other berries. That's kind of what Capella rhubarb is like. It's like rhubarb, strawberry, raspberry jam or some shit. You know what I mean? It's not just rhubarb.
It's delicious. I'm gonna be sad when my little bottle's
I
gone.
almost used it I went one route with my recipe, and I'm not gonna go over that one, and then had a totally different idea and went that route, and that's the one I'm gonna go with. So, there's
Like,
different
I'll
ways
make
you
a
can
bigger
go.
bottle for sure.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't see yours, Sam.
I don't either.
That's called Easy A.
Oh yeah, you just posted.
It's in there. Daniel, homemade corn tortillas is like really the only way that I really like corn tortillas.
I don't
Otherwise,
like.
I'm
We
not a
had
fan either.
Yes.
I don't
If I
like
make them
corn.
at home, fresh from scratch, they're fire.
It's
I
up.
don't like.
I'm gonna put a poll.
Put a poll. Put a poll.
All right. Okay. So I cheated a little bit too. Blood orange champagne, vape train at 3. One of flavors marshmallow gooey at 1.5. Flora pomegranate at 1.5. One of flavors sour ball candy at 2. Super sweet, sweet and sour rhubarb, Wonder Flavors at 2, and then tart blast Flavora at 1. Yes, I could have done this without the marshmallow gooey and still hit all the columns on the list because grenadine is in the missile. I was gonna cheat and just do rhubarb orange grenadine because in the liqueurs, orange liqueurs in there, in the liquors. And orange is a pairing. So I was gonna be like, oh, I should just do 3 flavors and try and like do as few flavors as I can. But I kind of, the marshmallow gooey adds some vanilla, but the marshmallow gooey and the sour ball candy is kind of like my sour candy base, right? And then the tart blast, but then the sweet and sour rhubarb is a really nice. It's not jammy at all. It's not compote. It's more just like rhubarb candy fruit, you know, if that makes sense. And I don't quite know what you'd be expecting. And you might not know what to expect when you think of that, but it's just very tart and tangy and almost like raw rhubarb or like barely cooked rhubarb. It just really has a really nice bright twang. But then the Flavora pomegranate with that, and then the blood orange champagne. This is pretty dang good. It's a pretty dang good candy recipe, basically.
Oh, is it a candy?
Oh yeah, it's more of like a sour. It's not really sour, obviously. So it's more of like a tart, gummy chew, or like tart chew candy.
Yeah. I like the sour ball candy. That actually has a little bit of sour to it. I think. I just mixed with it.
It's tart like that. It's tart. It's got that tartness. It's not puckering. You know, it's as tart as I can get anything really.
Yeah.
It's tart blast, the sour rhubarb, and the sour ball candy in there. But it's got a really nice like the finish is you get a little bit of that like vanilla taffy, but then it finishes like hard candy. So that's really nice. So it's if you're paying attention to it. If you're not paying attention to it, you really just taste the nice fruit medley there. But yeah, the blood orange is just a nice bright citric accent. The pomegranate bright, juicy, and the rhubarb tart tangy. So I liked this one.
Yeah. It's good.
What's up, OTP Dave? Daniel, I do love flour tortillas.
I
Not
don't.
gonna lie.
I like corn tortillas. Corn.
I prefer a flour. I'm not gonna lie.
You prefer flour?
Unless I'm doing street tacos, I don't like corn, but I still like tortillas or a flour.
Hey, Dave.
Street, home, it don't matter. Flour.
Trevor Angling? Angling? Well, that looks good, Sam. I'm missing the sweet and sour rhubarb. Do I need it?
It's a good one. It's different than the other rhubarbs, but I mean, I use it. I've used it in blue raz recipes
Oh.
because it's kind of like a purple fruit. You know what I mean? So it's got that nice tart tang to it. It's got a lot of like not accent, I guess, but maybe accent, like applications to it beyond just rhubarb flavorings.
Daniel is a lot louder than everyone else.
Yeah, he is. He always is.
That's because I am your maker and I control how you sound.
All right, we got 2 Buster recipes. Let's get those going. Rue plum custard.
What is it? Rue plum custard? You want me to go?
No, that's my bad. I forgot to mute the mic.
Is it up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So Buster Bell did Rue plum custard, and this has brandy FA at 1.5, Dom's custard at 2, CFC hazelnut cream at 1.5. What's that, chefs? Super concentrates. Nom's plum at 2, SSA rhubarb at 1.5, super sweet, and Real Flavors sweet cream at 1.5. This one has fallen a little bit flat. To be fair, I did experiment with unused flavors, including the rhubarb, and perhaps I placed too many in one recipe. The rhubarb seems muted, custard is flat, plum is non-existent, and I suspect the hazelnut here is doing something a little weird. The sweet cream seems overly sweet. I will try this on a new coil, but I suspect it won't be the problem. Maybe too light on the percentages. Maybe they are faders. Clearly, these are not standalone flavors. Update. Tried this on a new coil and sailed through what I had mixed. It was very pleasant and moorish and easy to consume. It was actually nice, and it was very two-dimensional though. Just a rhubarb and a light custard. For whatever reason, as complex this mix is, it did not work out. It definitely requires rethinking. The custard and rhubarb are great together and would be my starting point on a V2. I like the idea.
The plum is really light though. I mean, it really is, and you probably just worked its way into the rhubarb somewhere.
Yeah, like darkened
and
it.
Then you're, yeah, you know what I mean, like, or just made it juicier or something.
Yeah.
It's a very light plum. It's not. I mean, we had that issue when we used it. But to keep pushing it higher, like it's not doing it. It's not tasting like plum. You know, didn't really taste like plum. It tasted like it was just accenting whatever other fruit we put it with. And then 2.5, 3.5, 4% total, 5% total on creams. That Nom's custard's a good custard. Linda will tell you that, and she might argue with me on this. But if you want like a solo custard, I mean, he's got sweet cream and hazelnut cream in here, but like,
you could have taken that custard and had it left the sweet cream out.
I feel like if you want something punchier, like custard premium, or
if you want something punchier
or TFA,
maybe the Noms doesn't work here, but it does.
Hazelnut cream, I don't remember. That obviously didn't get re-released. So for people watching, the hazelnut cream is a Chef Super Concentrate flavoring. That the entire Noms line, not the entire line, but a good chunk of the Noms line were re-releases of the Chef Super Concentrate line. But about half of them were new releases from whoever they got their flavorings from. So I don't think hazelnut cream must have not come, but I don't remember it being crazy good.
Maybe it was too rich. It's really rich and buttery and like thick, like Moorish. But maybe
concentrate. Or are you talking about the custard?
No, the custard.
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
I don't think so.
I think it's really buttery and really like, but I feel like you can use that custard at 1 with like custard premium, or you can. I just think 2 is pushing it if you're going to use other creams with it.
Oh,
that's just me.
Oh yeah, Dave. I gotta check. I'll make sure I'll check that out. I love that recipe. I haven't vaped it in so long.
What?
Oh, OTP Dave. Next recipe review is my recipe, and it's my bubblegum lemonade.
Oh. Alrighty.
I didn't know. Do you post those videos on YouTube? Or do you? Is this a new channel? Okay.
Oh.
Awesome.
Oh.
Subscribing. Well, there's only one video, it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's awesome, dude. I'll check that out. Way to
Yep.
keep the recipe reviews alive. That's awesome to see.
Oh, it's
Well, I'm
recipe
excited to do that.
reviews.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. OTB Dave, DIY
Yeah.
e-liquid reviews. Yeah.
Cool.
Only the best. Quick little
Cool,
20-second intro. Them one every Monday. Awesome. I'd love to see it, dude. We'll shout you out. We'll fucking link you up. That's great to see. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
See what you think. We love those recipe reviews. You'll get tons of people wanting you to check their stuff out.
Yeah.
Especially if you're
Taking
posting
over
over on
Gary.
DIY.
What happened to Gary Vapes?
That's what I don't know. If anybody out there knows what happened to Gary Vapes, shout out Gary. We miss you, buddy. But his entire YouTube is gone.
His entire
Every
social
video's
media
gone.
gone. Facebook's gone.
Cleared out. Empty. Nothing. He
Yeah.
had tons of recipe reviews. He reviewed a few of my recipes. So I know
Yeah.
that's the same. It's a shame to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything. Facebook, everything.
It's gone. Like, hey, I need to quit the game because they're gonna murder me or some shit. Gone. You know what I mean? Like, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
right on.
maybe. Yeah. Well, I subscribe, Dave.
Yep. So you got a couple subscribers in us. Yeah. Well, that's awesome because I mean, it sucks to see
Oh,
that
wait. It
happen. There's
says
not too
I
many
tried
people out there who
emailing
do that.
him. He said he tried emailing him a bunch in the last 2 months.
Well, cheers on you, bud, for taking up the mantle.
Yeah.
We need more. We need more content for DIY mixers out there. And at this moment, we go over recipes. Wayne doesn't really do people's mixes anymore. I don't know if Tim does, unless it's like a challenge or something like that. And then even the ELR guys don't want to mix everybody's and recipe review a bunch of stuff for their
No.
challenges. So, that's kind of like a niche corner that needs to be kept alive. So good to see it. Good to see it. Cheers on you, and good luck to that. So, all right, let's do Buster's next recipe: apple rhubarb pie. I'll do it here. Okay. FA almond at 0.5. Ugh, so low. Sorry. FA apple pie at 2. Excuse me. FA brandy at 2.5. Pearl and butter pecan at 3. SSA cinnamon apple pie at 2. Flavor West cinnamon roll at 3. FA pear at 1. Rhubarb noms at 1.5, and then some super sweet. He pushed the brandy. Ooh, he's testing his limits. He's tweaking things and seeing how far. Because you use brandy a lot, Buster. So.
Yeah.
Good to see. Everything combines into a subtle, well-rounded, but fairly accurate pie. Nothing stands out individually, but the rhubarb is a prominent feature that follows the apple and pear combo. Okay, I was like, there's not even any apple. Oh, he's got the cinnamon apple pie. That's true. Apple pie FA is more crust. I guess it's got a little bit of sweetness to it. Not fruity sweetness, but all flavors are supporting one another as a whole and seem perfectly balanced. Cinnamon subdued just perfectly, not overly spicy. Brandy is offering a nice cooked brown sugar type note that is softening any sharp edges. The bump in percentage was not detrimental. Genuine ADV that will not become overbearing or too funky to enjoy all day. Very happy how this turned out.
Nice.
Awesome.
Good.
I'm glad that the cinnamon wasn't too much because you got 2 cinnamons in there. And Linda, how is I know you always want me to use that cinnamon apple pie. I'm going to add that to my list here.
It's light
I
on
need to get
cinnamon. It's fairly light on cinnamon. Let me see. Yeah, it's
Like lighter than the strudel? Or
the
about the
apple and the
same?
cinnamon. It reminds me of the apple strudel. The tart apple. Let me see. A light cinnamon. Yeah.
What's the difference between it and the strudel?
Well, I think the strudel's supposed to be like.
Well, what, like, in your opinion, because you have both and
Oh.
you always want me to use the cinnamon apple
This
pie,
cinnamon
but we
apple
have to use
pie
the strudel?
Seems like a tartar. It's like a more tart apple than the apple strudel. This is more like, this doesn't make sense, but it's like, this one's less cooked than the apple strudel, if that makes
Okay.
sense. I put, it's not, oh, wait a minute. I said it's not a sweet red apple or Fuji. Oh, no, this is more of a tart apple, so I had it backwards.
There's just subtle differences. Okay.
There's very subtle, but like this has a more tart apple. I just got them confused. There isn't a lot of crust. What comes through is a very nice semi-baked apple and light cinnamon. It definitely could use more cinnamon, unless you're already using some. But I think with the cinnamon roll, that works. I think that works well. Yeah. I like both of them. Yeah. Looks good. Missing a bunch. What's the almond doing? Nothing really.
Probably nothing at 0.5%. Yeah, Buster, sorry, we did have to start a little early. Welcome in. Looking at your recipes. You're the only one who played again this week. Let's see.
Hey, Buster.
Yeah, that one looks really good. The FA almond, I mean, we have that issue too. When I have that issue whenever I use it, it's such a delicate flavor. It is so delicate. Like, I put it at 3%, I think, in my recipe last week or something, and still barely tasted it. You need something really, you need a delicate recipe to use FA
Like a
almond,
fruit.
honestly, I feel like.
Like
As
a
like
apple.
literally like the softest cream and the softest fruit, like something that's not slam bam saturated with flavor. You know,
Except
something
it's
more
dry.
subtle and more, cloying and those kind of like, well, there's a lot of people that vape those kind of recipes that are a little bit more aloof and just softer in general, and that's where I think you can do it. But a little bit of I think marzipan at 0.5% in a pie recipe might go a little
Yeah.
bit further than FA almond,
Yeah.
just because it's also technically a quote unquote a bakery. Just to tick the nut box, yeah. I mean marzipan. We if you have a marzipan and you want to, something that actually might work a little bit better, I would try that. And that ticks the nut box too. We would count that. If you ever wanted to use marzipan, hot tip, as like a cherry, you can do that too.
Yeah.
And almond, and tick off
Yeah.
2 boxes with 1 flavor.
I've done it.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean,
as
I
I said.
used blood orange champagne tonight. My blood orange champagne was my fruit pairing, and although I don't know, it was pomegranate in there. Yeah, so pomegranate's not a fruit pairing for my recipe. I used pomegranate as grenadine, right? But then I used blood orange champagne. But then that was also my orange liqueur, right? So it's there. You just if you're smart about the way you're doing things, then you could have done rhubarb, blood orange, pomegranate tonight, and that's all you needed to do, and it would have not technically been. You would have barely been cheating, But we don't care again about cheating. We really don't.
We're big cheaters. Cheater, pumpkin eaters.
All right, Mike, we're here. We're here for another 30, 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
I just struggled tonight. Rhubarb is one of those ones where rhubarb, I love rhubarb. Like, I grew up, my mom had rhubarb plants everywhere. I remember her growing rhubarb in the house that I lived in when I was 5 to 10 years old. So, I mean, I always remember there being rhubarb, and she'd make rhubarb jam and rhubarb pies. She liked to do, what's it called? It's the big green vegetable looking thing. But it's like you can make cake out of it. I can't remember. I'll think
Is it a
about it.
fruit?
No, I think it's a vegetable, but you can make like carrot cake, but it's a different. It's not a
turnip?
squash. It's not. It's kind of like a squash, huh?
Turnip.
No. It's like really big. It's like a big old fat, green squash.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Not butternut. Oh, spaghetti squash?
No, zucchini. Thank you.
Zucchini.
Zucchini. My mom would do zucchini and make zucchini cake all the
Yum.
time. Thank you, Papa
Zucchini
Chocolates.
bread.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, my mom
Yeah,
used to make
zucchini bread. Yeah, she makes zucchini bread, zucchini cake. But rhubarb was a big one. So I've grown up. I know people who have never had rhubarb, and I'm like, what?
it.
Um,
I made
and she did
Ariana.
rhubarb strawberry, rhubarb raspberry. She was always making all these different, and she still does, and gives me jam all the time that I have to feed to the
Yummy.
kids. And
I just
um,
ate a piece of strawberry rhurbarb pie the other night. It was so homemade. It
yum.
was so
It's
good.
so good, and then it's just you
So
can
good.
barely half cook it down, and it's super tart and twangy, but
Yeah.
it's also you put lemon juice in it and strawberries, and oh, it's so good. But so I have a ton of rhubarb recipes. I already have a ton of rhubarb recipes, just because it's like I've chased rhubarb flavors since I started vaping.
Yeah, I kind of have to.
I
I have
have
another.
some. I have a rhubarb trinity. I have a rhubarb quaternity, which is 4 flavors put together to make an awesome rhubarb. VSO rhubarb was a good one until I stopped using it. But you put a little bit of Wonder Flavors, Vape Train, and Capella together, and you have like an awesome, awesome Trinity rhubarb jam compote. That's a thing with chunks of rhubarb. And that's. So I struggled a little bit this week, being like, I don't want to do a crumble. I don't want to do a custard. I don't want to do a pie. I have an awesome rhubarb custard too. That rhubarb
Oh, I do
barbara.
too.
That's on ATF. Here, I'll link it real quick. So
I think I have one too. Rhubarb custard.
yeah, it's such a good. Let's see if I can find it. Rhubarber. Oh yeah, rhubarber barbara.
I must have made it. Find it.
Cap rhubarb, flavor jammy berry, vanilla custard 2, Wonder Flavors boysenberry, raspberry, Wonder Flavors sweet and sour rhubarb. It's so good. It's like 5.5% vanilla custard 2. I just pushed it as high as I could. Let it sit for like 4 or 5 days. Oh my god, that's an awesome recipe. There's a funny little, I think it's German. There's like a song about rhubarb Barbara, and it's rhubarb Barbara, 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 Barbara. And then you get to the end, it's like rhubarb Barbara, bar barbarians, beard barber, beer bar.
That's a
And yeah, so it's
mouthful.
a funny little, it's like a limerick. Rhubarb Barbara, bar barbarians, beard barber, beer bar barble. Went to the rhubarb Barbara to eat the rhubarb Barbara's. Yeah, so there's a song though where somebody sings it, like a funny little British song. Anyways, that's a good recipe. So there's a lot you can do. There's a lot of like dessert custard pie things you can do with rhubarb. So if we can think of something that isn't straight up that'd be sick.
I don't have many. I have SSA and noms.
Oh, that's it.
I think so. Yeah.
God,
And
okay.
decadent vapors.
Oh, okay. Let's try. I mean, we could use that. I didn't. Oh, fuck. I know that. Oh,
Let me see.
I dropped my mic.
Oh wait, I have um I have both SSAs and then decadent vapors and noms.
Does that say has the strawberry one too, right?
The strawberry and then the regular rhubarb.
Yep. Oh, money sign
Noms is
TNA.
really to me like accurate, tangy, um, sour, no strawberry, and dry. It's a little dry too.
I think everything's dry, Linda.
I know. It is what it is. I like juicy vapes.
But you like desserts. Come to the fruit side.
Yeah, Noms is a good one. I said, spot friggin' on. So I'm down to
Yeah.
use Noms. Similar to vape
Ugh.
trains, but twangy a little bit like Wonder Flavors. Okay.
All right. All right.
We have to use Tom's rhubarb at
So
7%.
that's what we're doing.
We have to.
Why?
Well, I guess we could use that. I mean, we don't. We could use SSA, but I'd rather use Noms. I don't think I'm a big fan of this.
Low, then like low. Like
Two.
One
and a half.
nope.
I tested it too, and I loved it.
I did too, but it was like vegetal and dry. Drying on my tongue. Maybe not dry, but like vaping it, it was dry.
You're dry. You're drying me up, Linda. What you're
Say
doing.
bye,
that's-
Buster.
that's
Bye,
a you problem.
Buster. Bye,
Thanks for
Buster.
being here for
Hi,
2 minutes.
Buster.
By the way, I'm not unhappy. I'm just really tired. So
I mean, like, we can get into sour all you want here, Dave, but like, your best bet when mixing with sour is putting a couple of them together and then pushing your super sweet to 1.5. FA, Sour Wizard, and Flavor West sucralose at 4% each. See, it kind of works. I have like what did I do? Was it mango lemonade? I think, or I have a sour candy that actually kind of gets there, but no, sour is more aloof than salty, and salty's hard to get. So it's Vora does do it the best. Between Tart Blast and Sour Apple, but you're really just kind of gonna get this bright tongue tingle, and that's about all it is. It's kind of like rides with the sweetness a bit, and it's just a little bit different than just pure sweetness. So
Sour Wizard sucks.
this is pretty good. This is about as, yeah, you could just, I like the one that got me to actually think it was like you could get like 75% of the way there was FA Sour Wizard with Flavor West sweetener at 4% each, and then like a pretty simple fruit recipe underneath it. Because you're gonna have to blast your sweetener up, blast your sour up. You're gonna just start muting things. Just keep it simple, like a pod simple, saturated, and then just do that. Tart Blast does work nicely. It's got a bit of a lemon note to it. Yeah, we all have a load of useless flavors. All right, Linda. Profile wise, though, what are we thinking? Butter, caramel, cheese, creme fraiche. Obviously, like custard, cream. It's got grenadine, honey, lavender, maple syrup, and then like cheesecake, salt, vanilla, white chocolate yogurt. We could cheat. Pie crust has salt in it.
Oh, that is true.
Because I'm thinking like there's salted vanilla and then obviously black licorice, which I don't think you want to do. I thought about that.
I don't. No, thank you.
Vanilla obviously can come in a lot of simple ways. Do we want like we go full pie, like almond, hazelnut, pecan?
Let's go full pie.
You want to go full pie?
Are we just crafting this and mixing it for next week?
Well, we could potentially mix it tonight. You got a half an hour still.
Well, yeah.
Although we could just craft it and then mix it on our own time because you do have to get out of here.
Well,
we'll see how long it takes.
I mean, I can mix it when I get home, but
yeah, no,
or
that's
whatever.
fine. I
Anyway.
meant like versus on the show.
So the pie crust, I love 1-on-1 and the shortbread biscuit together for a pie crust. I think it should be like 2 and like 1 1/4. All right, well, let's get our other fruit out of the way.
Yeah. Are we gonna go full pie though? That's what I mean.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, so raspberry and strawberry are classic. Apple. It'll be fun.
What?
You have Wonder Flavors apple butter.
I don't think so. Let me see.
Oh, the newer one. Or no, not
I don't.
new.
Right. I don't. Right. I do not.
I don't think blood orange, grapefruit, apricot, lemon, lime, nectarine, none of those orange would work in a pie. And you don't have a peach that would work in a pie either. Although, well, you have Wonder Flavors peach pie and cream.
I do.
Okay, so you have that. So we could try rhubarb peach.
I have like 30 peaches. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you don't like they're all like fresh, normal peach.
Do you don't have peach? Oh no, you don't.
I'm talking like baked peach pie peach.
Well, nectar peach.
Peach pie and cream is one. Uh-huh. Nectar peach?
Nectar peach, but you don't have that.
Yeah, I do.
You have Mullenberry?
Yes. We've used it. I have it in my it's in an SSA bottle. But I have it.
I mean, maybe that might be even too. That's not really cooked. It's got like.
That's what I'm talking about. Like they're all like canned peaches or fresh peaches. Like peach pie and cream is really like the only one, other than maybe in some cases Jungle Flavors honey peach. But you don't have that one.
Yeah.
So peach pie, we could go peach pie and cream rhubarb, but then we got to use peach pie and cream at like 6%.
So we've done it before.
And we'll want more peach, I'm sure. So what if we just did rhubarb, raspberry, and strawberry?
Why don't we use strawberry rhubarb SSA? And then that's getting strawberry and.
But it's not really like pie filling strawberry, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? It's not fresh.
No. I used it in my recipe this week. It's delicious. And then we could either, and then we could just add a peach to that. Or I don't really like Nom's rhubarb.
What?
I don't, it's too, I feel like if we're going to do a pie, it's wrong for a pie. Hello?
I'm thinking. I don't want to use SSA.
Okay. So we have to come to something because I don't want to use.
Nom's is the better one. You don't. Oh.
I mean, whatever.
Why don't we do both?
No.
I mean, we could use strawberry rhubarb, or just strawberry rhubarb.
That's well.
But if we do strawberry rhubarb, then I want to do we should do we need more pie filling.
Yeah, so we could use like a strawberry jam.
Yeah, or do you want to do straight strawberry rhubarb? Do you want to put like a raspberry jam in here, or
No.
we do strawberry rhubarb? We could do.
Oh, are we going to use peach pie and cream or no?
I don't think we should use peach.
No. I don't think so.
But we could do strawberry rhubarb. We could do like cap shisha strawberry and
You like that,
noms.
huh?
What? It's a
You
good
like
jammy strawberry. That's the only. A lot of people don't like one-on-one strawberry jam. So
but we also have non-strawberry jam.
you want to use nom strawberry jam?
It's good. It's a one-on-one without the butter. That's that's what I think. So what do we have? Just strawberry rhubarb and what?
I don't think so. Strawberry jam noms, softer in flavor, but the best of the three. Not too dark, but it's good. Not a ton of body.
I'm hearing an echo.
Cap shisha strawberry. Let's see here.
I did for a second, and I said, I just heard it again.
Yeah.
If anyone in chat hears an echo, just let me know. Buster's not here anymore, so we need.
It was
someone.
only when I did that, like made that noise.
On my end, your speaker makes like some background. I hear the fan, but I don't hear any echo on
Hello, shisha strawberries. Sweet and jammy. Tastes great with other flavors. Deep and sticky. Good stuff. So that one's got more body to it for me than noms.
Jeez. Oh. We just go check the dog. He's walking around. Declan. Oh, sorry.
It is Declan. She said
It's Declan. Kinda. Oh my god. That's funny. I like my rhubarb recipe. All right. So what are we doing?
Hey, Mud. So we're just trying to figure out what strawberry we want to use. I think we should use cap shisha, or like.
I just feel like that's candy-ish.
It's jammy.
Let me see what I said.
Head and true. Proven. It works.
The strawberry cap. I gave it 4 stars, and I said syrupy candy raspberry, brighter and Inawera, sweet jammy.
Not raspberry.
I got a tad bit floral. See, I got floral.
Not raspberry, Linda.
Ah, shit. All right, hang on. Somewhat jammy.
I don't like the shisha raspberry as much. The shisha strawberry is way better than the shisha raspberry.
Just a red ripe strawberry. Tastes similar to green strawberry cap. No off notes. No tartness. Oh yeah. Okay, I like it. Okay. All right. I had a check.
All right, you were just doing. I could hear you going off shisha raspberry, and I was like, no.
No, you're right. I did. I clicked it. Yeah. All right. So.
Well, shisha raspberry might be a good one. I thought shisha raspberry said. Okay, it had a nice twang to it, kind of like rhubarb, but not as intense. Almost does kind of taste like a raspberry rhubarb.
I don't like it. That's the one I was thinking. I was thinking of shisha raspberry. Let's do. You're right. Let's do shisha strawberry because I liked it.
Okay, like 3 or 4%.
3. What do we want to do? Strawberry rhubarb at? Like
1.5?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want more filling?
Like what? You want to put a creme anglaise to it or no?
Oh no, well. You want to do like a fruit custard pie?
Yeah. I mean, even though I did one, yes. because
That
it's
sounds good.
delicious.
So, I mean, because otherwise, I mean, like, I just feel like if we're doing a pie, the flavor is going to be, you know what I mean? Like, the flavor's there with 2 flavors or whatever, but is it where we want it? Do we want it as punchier? Do we want it deeper? You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt to layer a third deep, like shisha raspberry in a way, or,
I
you
don't
know
know
what I
about a
mean? Like,
raspberry, but I feel
raspberry.
like,
Yeah. Just, something
what
to
about
add
a
more
lemon?
depth,
Like,
body
top?
to it. I don't think a lemon. I feel like that's
Just
the wrong. I mean, I see what you're trying to do there, but
not like
just
a
trying to
lemon.
think about like
Yeah, not like a
fuchsia
lemon
strawberry is
custard.
going to give us good body. I think
Oh, what about a lemon custard?
like a
No.
creamy lemon.
Yeah, no. Or like a
What
lemon.
about what about a lemon meringue
Yeah,
pie?
I just said lemon meringue pie.
Did you? I
And
think you said lemon custard.
Nom's has bakery to it. I mean, will it stand out in a mix? It stood out solo.
It does. I think it would. And we could do that, and then just another, you know, pie bakery.
So lemon meringue pie, Nom's. I like that. You like the
Okay,
idea?
I like the idea. We need a nut or a spice.
Ah,
I know.
that F's everything up.
What about? Uh, no,
Can
I
we
would say what
just
about SSA lemon pound cake? But I don't think that works right in this. That's a
mm,
cake. That's not the right. Lemon meringue pie is the next. It's the same thing, just meringue pie, not pound cake. It's basically a one shot. So,
yeah.
um, it's kind of just where my head was going. But yeah, I don't think that one's the right one. So lemon meringue pie, strawberry, rhubarb, shisha strawberry. Like you could just do those 3, but I just want more dimension, more. Obviously, again, like I said, we need to either go almond, hazelnut, pecan, or cinnamon,
No, let's do a nut then.
ginger,
Can we just
nutmeg,
cheat with an
cardamom.
almond?
No, I don't
Not
want to
almond.
cheat. I'm tired of cheating with almond.
I know, but the can's gonna take away from the nice fruit.
Hazelnut. Yeah.
All right. Well, what then?
I don't know. I'm thinking. Am I not allowed to think? We might just have to mix this on our own time.
Yeah, we will. We're gonna have to because it's 10 of already.
Yeah, we're running out of time here.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's totally fine.
Well, what
You
about
don't have
pecan?
brand, right?
Huh?
What?
What about pecan?
I was just thinking maybe like what's a good
It's got a mouthful of juice.
there's no shortbread that has nuts in it, right? Already.
No.
Or why don't we use like marzipan?
Okay.
There. Why don't we cheat and do what we said we should do? Not cheat, but why don't we just use our own trick and use fucking marzipan? You want to use SSA or
SSA is the only.
what do you
Yeah.
have?
I think I just have that. Let's see.
We're a little like a 0.5%.
I have FA and SSA.
Okay, either one. FA. We could do FA at like 0.5% too, I think.
Or
Is it
SSA.
or SSA? SSA has a bit more, I believe.
Cherry. Yeah, you're right.
Cherry.
Yeah. So FA. At what? 0.5%? Yeah. What about a bakery? Shortbread? Like a SSA shortbread
I'll be right back.
biscuit?
That sounds good. I'll be right back.
All right. Do we have anybody with us still?
I'm still here.
Oh, we have 10 people watching.
I'm talking crap about flavor art in chat.
Flavor art.
Yeah, flavor art sucks,
about
man. Cause like if you're gonna spend a lot of money on like Favora, Inaware, and stuff like that, generally they have a good hit rate. But then flavor art, since like I'm not gonna talk about back in the day when there was nothing else good, but now if you look at their overall, like honestly, let's just be real. Overall, they suck. They only have like apple pie, strawberry mountain. But if you look at their flavors compared to other companies, eventually denoted, I'll talk shit about all these companies, but they're not that good. I'm sorry to hurt your little flavor art booties. They have a lot of good classic flavors, but compare them to better flavors now. They suck.
Vienna cream. You're not finding another.
That's because no one makes it. That's fine.
Yes, they do. Liquid Bar makes it.
But
Yeah, what are we doing?
the only thing that they've done is Strawberry Mountain Forest and apple pie. That's been good.
Blueberry muffin.
Oh, blueberry muffin. Sorry, blueberry muffin, not apple pie.
And oatmeal cookie. And
sucks.
Lemon Sicily. And their key lime.
That's not. That's old. And lemon Sicily's not better than like the new lemons. I'm sorry.
Daniel's crying about FA.
I'm not crying.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I just
all right, let's get
FA white grape.
Go.
OTB Dave. That's like the only good white grape. Well, Flavor West is good too.
So the only time flavor art is good is because no one else makes flavors.
All right, so marzipan is half.
Okay.
Monopolize the market.
Time's ticking.
Yeah, at half. We could start at a half, I think.
Okay.
I know it can be stronger for some than others. I don't know. We could do 0.75 if you want, or 1.
What are we doing lemon meringue pie at? Wait, let's do percentages right now.
Shisha, strawberry.
What are we doing
3.
lemon meringue at?
What, 2 or 1.5?
2.
Oh,
good flavor.
Yeah. I was thinking 2, and then we just layer in the other fruits. That'll get us a good amount of lemon, bakery, and then that touch of marzipan.
All right. Should we throw in shortbread biscuit by SSA for more crust?
Yeah.
Not cookie, the biscuit.
That's fine.
All right. Shortbread.
Like 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, geez. I feel like that looks good.
I think it looks good.
I mean, unless you want to add
something
else.
I'm looking at it now, and I'm just thinking, I mean, oh, God. Okay. The lemon meringue pie is going to add more. I mean, so that lemon meringue. So now that we've got that in there, that's like we've said, essentially a one shot. So we're gonna get a good amount of lemon meringue pie, right? So the lemon meringue pie now has strawberry rhubarb and jammy sticky shisha strawberry on top of it, plus the touch of marzipan and shortbread biscuit on the other end of the pie spectrum. So I think, yeah. So we basically zhuzhed up LMP. No,
lemon. I think it would be good. Like
looking at it like that, I mean, I think it looks good. Yeah, I don't think we really need anything else in here overcomplicating it. I don't think 0.5% of raspberry would hurt, but I don't think we need to.
Will you send me a screenshot of that? Because mine.
Also, that might take away. I mean, I like the fact that we're going to get a good amount of strawberry out of this, with a tang of rhubarb. So.
Will you send me a screenshot of this? Because my ELR just refreshed and lost it.
Yeah, I'll send you.
Yeah, like later or whatever.
Yeah, I'll save it and send you the private link to it.
Okay. That's a bummer. I hate it.
So I can't.
That happened to you this week, Dan.
It's never happened to me yet.
I have no words because it happened to me.
Honestly, getting into what Dave and Dan are talking about in chat, Dave, it really just depends, man. If you're doing reviews, you're gonna find yourself buying random flavors that you might not use often on your own, but that are necessary to those recipes that you're reviewing. And then it's just how do you want to mix, man? Do you want to be super cost efficient, like super cost efficient, right? Because mixing already is like relatively cheap as a hobby goes. So you can keep it like really cost efficient, right? Or do you want to explore and test things and mix any recipe you could possibly mix if you come across it, which was kind of where I went. But that just means, having 2,000 flavors or more. So, I mean, getting random stuff like LA bubblegum, like you needed that for my recipe, right? But, there's other bubblegum flavors out there, but there's a reason I chose that one, so if that's how you want to mix and you just really want to go balls deep into it, then, don't shy away from getting weird shit like FA Blackfire or, just again, if people are like, oh, there's no redeeming value in this flavor, don't get it. But if they're like, well, I can see why somebody might like it, or half of Noted likes it, but the other half don't, then, maybe try it still. A 10 mil ends up, that's $2. Maybe sometimes less, sometimes 50 cents, $2. Sometimes if, you really want to make sure, your reviews are backing up your purchase when it's like a Flavora or something and it's like $3, $4, $5, $6 for a 10, 15 mil. But there's lots of them when they're on sale, Linda. Lots of flavors go on sale, especially when you're building your cart and you have 100 flavors. Everything in that Noms or that Bull City, 50% off column or whatever, you might not have any of those flavors. And a lot of them might be worth still grabbing. So, but yeah, you don't just buy like, oh, I want to vape blueberries. So I'm gonna, then you can find out there's 15 blueberries, and you're like, well, shit. So, don't just buy all the blueberries. 'Cause that's not the best way to go about doing it. Honestly, getting to this point takes years and years and years of collecting and testing and collecting and trying other recipes and like, oh, they use this blueberry, so I'll get it. And I look back on mixing with nostalgia now. It feels like that I've been mixing for so long, like 6, 7 years. So, I have like, oh, I remember back when I started, like memories of childhood. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that recipe looks good. I have a lot of flavors that I chased because one recipe looked insanely good. So I went out of my way to get it. And you justify doing 3 flavor cart from some obscure Chinese website just so you can get a hold of this one flavor. And hey, if it doesn't show up, you lost $14 or whatever, but you kind of sometimes justify that just to try it, and it does show up.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you wanted to be just really cost efficient or whatever, then figure out what profiles you like and keep it simple. Just keep it simple, and there's lots of people that can do that, but it doesn't seem like that's what you want to do, Dave. So, again, just it's if you're going to be doing weekly reviews on recipes, you're going to gather flavorings.
Yeah, for sure. My stash went up very quickly.
Funky, don't worry about it. Just add to it.
One of my favorite things to do on Noted was recipe reviews because it gave me a chance to find a recipe that I thought looked good and used flavors that I don't normally grab for, so I know I have them, but I don't really use them very often. I like using those flavorings because I have them, right? So I miss doing that. But what were you gonna say, Daniel? Sorry.
Well, Funky, if you don't leave, when that happens and there's not enough grape, you can always, instead of just trashing or hate vaping, just screw it. You don't like the recipe, so just add to it. So edit your EOR and then guess how much my bottles have, how much milliliters are left, so you can do the math, and then just add whatever to make, like if you're not getting enough strawberry, just add 2% more strawberry. The recipe already sucks or you don't like it enough, so who cares? Try to make it at least better, and then you can work on it on the second rendition, see if you like it. But don't hate vape it. You can easily, especially with like grape and bananas and strawberries and stuff, that just a little bit can make the recipe even better. Try that, because you have the two best grape additives. So just add a solid like Fe, Kim Nevadic, Favora, any of those basic grapes, and the recipe will be better. It won't be hateful. Yeah, sorry.
Get a piece out, guys.
Bye.
All right, Linda.
Bye. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Or that's that's a good, really good advice, especially if you're mixing bigger batches. But if you're testing a new recipe, don't mix more than 30 mils of it. I'm 30 mils. Like if I mix a 60 mil, I really want to vape that for a while, or I know it's going to be a pretty damn good recipe, or because I know it takes a week steep and it's going to be good, and I want to vape through that steep and have some left over.
I'm
But
just lazy and
you
don't
can
want to
also,
mix.
if you're trying to learn, hate vaping isn't, it's learning vaping.
It
It's just
is.
not always the most pleasant. Sometimes I have stuff that I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. And if you are like not sure where it's gonna go, get 15 mil bottles and make a 15 mil test batch. Yeah, 15 is a great way. It's a much better way to do it than 10 mils, because 10 mils is a pain in the ass. If you do a 15 mil, math is a little bit harder, but you obviously have the calculator telling you what to do, and you can get bottles with a little bit wider tips. So I do 15s, 30s, and 60s. I don't ever mix a 120.
Yeah, don't do.
I'm constantly mixing different things. So
I do it because I like to see through the steep, as well as I don't want to mix a ton throughout the week. Because then if I mix 60s and 30s, I gotta constantly mix, and I don't have the time for it. So I kind of just go hung ho, and try to use my expertise and my tests to guarantee that it's gonna be at least good.
But I have times when my cotton is based, it needs to be changed, right? But I'm lazy and I don't want to change my cotton. And it's probably got 2 days left on it. That's when you hit those bottles. But then you just really try and, I didn't like this 2 weeks ago, but it's been sitting here for 2 weeks. Let's try it again. It's going to be different most of the time. You're also going to learn what you don't like about it, what didn't work about it as you vape it. You're going to learn where those notes sit. The more you vape something, the more you get an idea of like, you exhale it differently throughout the day. You inhale it differently throughout the day. You might throw it out your nose or something. You might pick up a note here and there that you're like, oh, I like that. Okay, what's doing that? So it's always a learning experience, right?
Yeah.
But, it's 30s and then 60s once it's proven. If I'm not sure about it and I'm testing something, it's a 15.
Y'all
If
got
I'm not sure about it and I'm testing something and I'm pretty sure it's going to work, like fruits together, sort of a thing, jams and stuff that I've tested a bunch and have experience on, then 30. But
yeah, I
I go
can't.
through a 30 in 2 days.
I just don't have time. I
No,
could.
and I have to find it. I have to be like, all right, I got to go sit down and when I do have the time, a lot of times it's unsteeped stuff, so I tend to go for more like straight fruit mixes or fruits and vanillas and stuff. I don't need that hella long steep, because I have one right now. This sucker needs a steep for 10 days.
I hate steeping. That's why I like fruits, because I'm impatient. And I like creams and custard. But the thing about custards is I don't mind them all. Like, for me, Cap and like the greasy shaken vape dirtiness of it, I freaking love that.
It. Like the TFA vanilla and custard premium cakes are so good.
They're so greasy.
I love those easy 2-day, 3-day steep custards.
But they do get better.
But also, that's why you kind of make yourself, okay, I'm going to mix something for right now that is a shake and vape, just fruits. But then what's a recipe that I want to vape in a week that needs a week steep? I'll mix that now, and then I'll set that aside while I'm vaping this, and then I might hate vape something, or finish vape a bunch, because I have a bunch of these bottles that probably have 5 mils in them or whatever, that I just either I throw them away or I just kill them off when my cotton's about to go. So, and then you change your cotton, and then you try the new one. and then you do that, so that there's kind of a system, I guess. But I'll test new things on a cotton that needs to be changed
By
every once in a
Funky.
while, but then I'll be like, okay.
I think it's
not
also
always the best.
important.
Hi, Funky.
Like the part of the reason why I do the big batches is because you never know who's mixing your stuff, and fruits fade a lot. So I'm trying to see how it is. It has to be good day one as it is the last drop. And the reason why I do that is because not everyone's shaking vape. I've seen people that no matter what, they let all their flavors steep a month or crazy stuff like that. So like,
I know, yeah.
I want to see how it
100%.
does, as well as if it makes
I
it to
get
the
that.
shelf.
Sometimes, depending on if you're planning on just like cranking through it, a 120 is probably the way to do that. For me, it's a
Yeah.
60. I don't know. I tend to go. It takes me a couple days to go through a 30 mil.
I
So I
drink.
don't tend to.
I generally use
And I
pods
drip
and I
constantly,
drink.
so I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm dripping versus a tank or
No,
something,
I go
but-
through. I fill up this 3 milliliter pod probably like 10 to 15 times. So what is that?
Well, that's a 30 mil.
So 30 mil a day. So then what 3 days every 3 days I need 120.
Yeah, because I can vape. This candy recipe I mixed tonight. I can vape it tonight. I can vape it all day tomorrow, and probably have some left over
because
the next day, or I'll just want to.
You do low wattages though.
I generally, yeah. I'm at 95 right now. but
Whoa. What?
I like
That's high.
80, 70 to 80 to 90 to 100, but my coil is 0.23, so
Oh.
I like those lower alien.
I don't know why I thought you generally did 60 to 70.
It depends on the coil, my guy.
True that.
I do whatever's comfortable on the coil, and if I have a coil that punches me in the face at 60 watts, then yeah, that's where it sits.
What's your
But right
preferred
now, the coil I got is a higher.
What's your preferred wattage though? If you had a choice, like with the coil combination.
See, for me, the heat doesn't really translate like that for me, because it's more. I do like a warm vape. I mean, I don't like. So if you're talking about that, I like the 90 to 100. I don't really like anything over 100. I like what gives me good flavor, and sometimes those lower wattages give me good flavor. I just need, a coil that reads out 0.35. You know what I mean? In order to do that, if you have a 0.2, 0.15 coil, you have to run higher wattages, or your juice. It's just freaking. You're not getting your hit right. You're not getting your flavor right. The airflow's not right. It's. I like that sweet spot. You know what I mean? So if you buy a coil and it gives you a recommended range, I'm usually like right in the middle of that range.
Do you do dual or single, Dave asked?
It's a single. I run a Hadley all day, every day. And if I'm not running my Hadley, I run my Citadel, which right now I can't find the Allen tool for it, so I'm not using it.
Yeah, you like
But
so
I drip on a Hadley all day, every day. I don't run tanks.
that's why, because you do two different. So like when I do drip, I'm doing like goons and RDA for vapins, like drinkers, and then you're doing these more tight, so it's not gonna drink as much.
I do a single coil tight small well thing literally all day, every day. So I'm not ripping through my liquid in a tank or an RDA or anything like that. It's a clone Hadley, and it works amazing. I have a real Citadel, but like I said, but my clone, I don't squonk. No, I'll just drip. I'll drip and drive. I don't give a fuck. Like,
It's not that
I drip
hard.
in the middle of the night in the dark. I can do it with my eyes closed. You know what I mean? So it's like, feel for the little mouth hole, give it a little swirl, make sure it's in the middle, drip, 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 good to go. I drip in the middle of the night while I'm going to the bathroom. Like, dual at 150. If I would do that if I had two coils in there that were, and it came out to what's that, 0.09, 0.1 to get to 150, 140. I can't even imagine how people are running higher than that.
You need, so when you're doing it, I have two preferences: really, really low, either squonks or pods. Like I like, the 15 to 40 watts. But then if I'm doing like my mods, I like, you know, anywhere from 100 to 200 plus. It's just what I prefer, mechs, stuff like that, and squonking.
I
But if
remember
you
when I
have to have the
got
right
my phone
addy,
Hadley, like,
you
no,
can't
and
do
100%.
150 on any of Cyclone mods addies.
You can't. No, you can't do an addy
You could do it
150
one
on any
time.
single coil mod.
Yeah,
There's
you
no fucking
can.
way.
I think
Oh man, that coil man has got to be insane.
it's got to
Like
be
maybe
insane, and you
but
need
like
space. Like
you
the
got to have
wasp, the
like a
wasp would melt.
septuple core alien clapped in, like weaved something crazy. Because
I've
what
seen it.
ohm do you need to run 150?
We can't fully comment about that, but let's just say for their sake, 08s or whatever.
Okay, so 08.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's what I mean. Like you get a single coil to run 08.
yeah.
That's gonna be a beast of a coil.
Let's just say it's. I mean, so I had a coil builder, John.
Like I'm running. This is a triple core I'm running or a quad core. I'm running a quad core alien right now. Yeah, quad core fused Clapton alien, or quad core fused. It's not an alien. Okay, so maybe that's why. Make it an alien, and it
See,
would be
so with my friend,
0.22.
how I would get my coils back in the day was from Nidar Coils, my friend John, and he would just talk to me, and then I wouldn't have like a say. I would just randomly be talking to him and be like, "Man, I wish I could have this in a single coil." And then he would make crazy things like that. So he made everything, and then he would make it fit. Now you can't put it like in a Hadley or a dead rabbit. But generally, what we would do with those monster coils is you put it in a dual coil addy, but you reverse the threads depending upon the addy. Off the top of my
these coils are wraps, and I can barely fit a 6 wrap into my Hadley. I have to kind
also
of bend them back, and 5 wraps works way better.
what
So I mean,
what metal?
like the longer it is, the thicker it is.
I love series. Oh, series builds are good.
I would love to do a dual
series.
coil. I just never, never. I don't even think. I wonder if I even have a dual coil. If I have a dual coil RDA, it's not a very good one. So it'd be fun to get a good one. But I just feel like I was always like, it's already a struggle to get a coil in and get it working. Getting 2 of them in perfect unison.
It depends upon what you want. Honestly, when you pick an RDA, the only thing that matters, like the deck is important to you subjectively, but the only thing that matters at the end of the day is the airflow. You either want them tight or loose. So like, series are the best.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't run like hot and cold is to me more about like if you're in that good range of what your coil can do, it's going to be the right temp. Like you can run it on the hot side of that range or the cold side of that range, but if you're at a 0.08, 0.09, you still need your shit to be at 120, 140 watts, right? It's more about your ohmage and where your wattage sits as to where it's like hot or cold, because if you run that 0.08 at 180, it's going to be hot. If you run it at 90, it's going to be cold. But if you run it in the sweet spot at 120 or 130 or whatever, then it's going to be the right temp for that coil, which at the end of the day may be a little bit warmer or will be warmer than somebody who's used to their range being down at like 60 or 70, but it really, because I don't see too huge of a difference when I switch coils around like that. It's more about just like being in the right spot for that coil, and where and I'll fluctuate here and there and be like, do I want 90, do I want 95, do I want 85? And I'm like, okay, what's giving me the hit quick, what's not feeling like it's ramping up too long or whatever like that. You kind of just play around. Chat GPT's been helpful. I've been using my Google Gemini to be like, what's the range for this ohm? And it'll tell me. And I'll be like, but actually mine says 60 to 70 for my ohm. And I'm like, no, 95. 95 is good.
Yeah, if you want to learn,
if you're not like burning your coil out in one hit, you're fine. Right? Like you don't have to worry about blowing yourself up as long as you're not just like
This
You know,
is
you'll know if
amazing.
something's wrong before you blow up your coil, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so to answer like how to learn how to build, so there was like wars. I wish they did this again. This was back 8 years ago, like the heyday of the community, and they had coil wars. And this is a good series to learn about like the coils and stuff. This guy, he knows a ton, but he also has coil building. And then there was someone else that did coil building and was really
Such
popular.
a fun. Like I have a little dingly here. Like I'm all set up to be able to do coils and stuff. But it's such a fun. If you're into hobbies and you got the time to also coil build, I got the kids and stuff, and I can't put that much effort into
Kenny did some.
multi-hobbying my
Yeah,
hobby,
it's
essentially. But like the amount of art that you can do and the cool shit you can do, and like spinning coils, it's such a cool thing. Like I totally love it. So I hope you get into it, Dave, because it's a lot of fun and you can really do some really awesome things.
yeah. I
I need to get some fucking coils. Fitty, where's Fitty tonight, man?
Rip does it
If he's
too.
got coils, I need to go grab some.
I wouldn't recommend Rip though, because all his Kenny's
Those are probably old, man.
they're
8
old.
years
I
ago.
mean, yeah,
Well,
but I mean,
most coil building things videos are gonna
but
be
do you
old.
want
Wayne
him to
tried
start with
getting into
crazy
it,
stuff?
and
He needs to
barely
start.
doing it.
He needs to start with the simplest stuff. Like this is probably the best. Like a
How to do
Clapton.
a fuse Clapton, and then a dual fuse, and then a tri-core, and then a quad-core fuse Clapton. Because like I said, I'm using a quad-core fuse Clapton right now. Then you can dip into the aliens and the dual aliens and the tri-aliens and stuff. I want some aliens, man. I need to get some coils.
Aliens and fuse Claptons
I'm using
are
the same coils
the best.
so long now. I think I got like 15 of them, and it's just taken me 15 coils, man. That can last you years if you if you do it right.
Yeah, Homeboy was
Coils last a long time. I remember him.
Yeah, so like I got into him like during COVID, but not. I watched his coil videos
Later.
and I didn't even like
Yeah,
want to learn. He was just fun to watch. He was chill. It was like talking to a friend. But he's gone. He's long gone. I don't know if he's okay. I'm assuming he's okay,
Well, it's
but
one of those communities. It's a hobby and it's a community where a lot of people at some point stop doing it, and that's kind of it's kind of got that as its point worked into it as a hobby. You know what I mean? Like
what's a
the point.
spinner?
We all start this because we want to quit cigarettes, right? And then nicotine. So a lot of people have that in their mindset. That's like, well, I got to quit nicotine at some point too. So I'll hobby it until I do that, and then at some point I'll quit. So that's kind of like built into our hobby, which kind of sucks. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna make quilts, but I'm gonna do this till I'm 90. You know, like how many of us really think we're gonna be mixing flavors until we're 90? I like to think, and I'm starting to work on a plan for what to do with all these flavors after I quit vaping. And I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. I'm just thinking. You know, my daughter's very crafty and shit, so you know maybe I get like lip balm supplies for her to make lip balm and candles and give them to her, right? But you know, having it's just one of those things where it's just automatically built into our hobby that people are going to quit it at some point. Not that they outgrow it, but that they have from nicotine in general and vaping and inhaling things. Where did my vape go? Oh, there it is. So, you know, you don't ever feel like I said, like, oh, I need to stop baking. You know, you might change the way you bake and not use as much sugar or something, but like, you know, bake healthier, but you're not going to ever stop making food. This is a hobby that you can and probably will want to stop at some point.
What the heck happened to you?
I'd love you. And there's many people on here who are in their 50s, 60s. Mix,
You're mixing up. Hold on. Sammy. Hold on.
You know, they 10 years ago, barely a thing.
You're breaking
No,
up.
it goes back what? 9 years maybe? 8 years?
Can you hear me, Sam? Hold on.
Have like an OG or a DIY. So it's like
Sam. Can you hear me?
We're looking at 10:20.
Sam, you sound like a robot.
Oh, did I start roboting?
Yeah, you're slowly coming back, but your your screen looks like you're like a wanted fugitive that just robbed a bank. It's like kind of blurry.
You're roboting.
We're both roboting? Oh, whoa! No, stop. What was that? I hope that. Uh-oh. What happened?
Yeah, you're frozen and roboting.
On my end, I'm not, but what is? I think it's on Discord. What is that sound? Nothing's happening. Are you doing something?
I can hear you better now. What's up, Lester? Welcome back.
I don't know what that was. That was weird.
As far as like nicotine goes, I'm not trying to quit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm an adult.
It cut you off like 30 seconds before, like, no, heads up. So
That's okay. I was just talking about, like the same thing. It's like, there's a lot of hobbies that you can take to the grave, and vaping just inherently isn't one of those for a lot of people. But I'm an adult, like I said, I've made my choice. I understand, whether it's pouches or vapes. And I'm like starting to not like pouches as much either after using them. I have some Zins right now. Man, they make me sick. I have to spit them out after 5 minutes.
Zins are too strong.
But like
they lie about their nick.
I thought they were weaker, and then I was getting the rogues, and then I got this 6, and I've been getting the unflavored ones.
I think they're 4 and
I got the unflavored.
I think they're.
Oh my god! I'm like, I'm nauseous. They give me the hiccups.
Yeah, I think it's 4 and 7 because they're like kind of raunchy. I don't know what they use. I don't know. That's why I wanted to make my own.
The Grizzly ones, there's some that actually, the Grizzly has them in 7 milligrams for some reason. And those aren't quite as, I've tried a couple different ones, and they all like seem to be slightly different. Oh, I'm echoing now?
I don't hear it.
Oh, hi, Linda. Welcome back.
I'm here. Let me see.
I don't have to spit all the time. That's not my issue.
I do. But you get saliva-y.
Yeah, and then you swallow it, and then you get like really high. But no, I'll start getting nauseous, and then I'll have like the gnarly hiccups, and I'll be like,
yeah, you're echoing.
Ooh, oh god, ooh, and I have to do that, and I have to spit it out of that minute. But that's literally like not every single time. That's just with this last pouch pack that I got. Like I don't know. So, but anyways. You're literally drinking nicotine at that point, so it makes sense. Now, maybe gum is the better way. But
it's probably
it's 4 milligrams. I put a grand total of I don't even know, it's per milliliter. So, but still, it's 4. I do 4 per milliliter, and it's just I love the mixing community. I love the craft of mixing. Even if I do get out of vaping, the mixing will continue in another way. Whether it's, I'll have to find some way to do it, candles or lip balm or something. Get my daughter on a Etsy business. But anyways.
Yeah, it's fixed when I mute. I think mine is a little bit too high, so I'm gonna turn my volume down to match Sam's.
It was fixed when Linda left.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Don't forget EOR's mix along this week, everybody, or this month. By the way. Oh, Muth, is that a good coil person? Do they sell? Cool. I need to get some coils, and I love hitting up the community and getting different stuff from different community people. So,
most replied to Muth.
Inouye Rock.
Sour
Get out of here, Linda. Linda, you left us. You don't have a say. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right. I guess
Excellent
we.
coils. Yeah, and then again, don't forget about ELR's monthly mix along. I believe this month is like candy sweets for the profile. Um,
Why are you saying Linda's really loud? How far back are you, Annihilator?
yeah, for real. No, it's Linda's chat is really loud on his end because she's just in there yelling at us about. That's funny.
Maybe I have the volume too loud.
JJ's are good. Who am I using right now? I think these are what coils am I using right now? These might be like a company's. God. JJ spins good wires. He's a good dude. Oh yeah, these are advanced vape supply coils. I think I'm just gonna post on Wayne's Facebook page and see who wants to do it. JJ spins wires.
I like Cloud
Oh yeah,
Warrior
these are
coils. I
Yeah, I'm
think
just
I
gonna do that.
fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it. Because Linda's mic is so quiet, I had to turn up the volume, right? And then that messed up the whole flow. So you were hearing my mic. Not my mic, my speakers. Because I have nowhere to put my speakers. I think when I move, I'm gonna get a desk that actually is not a shitty dining room table. So I can actually like put everything on the table and actually work and not shake the whole time.
I need. That's nice. I have a little end table over here that I keep a couple things on, and it's one leg is shorter than the other three.
Oh, this thing is
I
leaning
have to
on a wall.
completely reorganize. This whole space right here, can't see it, but this whole space right here against the wall, I need to figure out like some sort of a wardrobe cabinet, storage. I don't even know. I need something that can hold 500 flavors in it that doesn't cost me $600 from IKEA. I found something that's really cool, but like, man, if I want one big enough, it's literally like $800. It's insane.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
they're like little paper shelves, and they're 1 inch paper shelves. So there's a shelf like every 2 inches, basically, and they slide out like Wayne's do, so you can lay them down. But like you could label them but like in order to have like a 2 column all the way down, 4 feet high, wide, thing, it's crazy expensive. So I can't. I need to. We're gonna stay in this apartment for a while, so I need to clear out some of the room space to let my girlfriend actually live here, so to speak. If we're gonna put more years in this house, make it more of like a communal space, then because I take up half the wall space in this room with my flavorings, and it's a big room. So and I don't want to put everything in a tub where I can't find it. Right? Right now everything's up against the wall, and I can look at it and find it. I need something like that. I don't want to. If I have to go looking in a tub for shit, I'm never gonna mix. I'm gonna mix way less, and I already only mix when. Are you here still?
Yeah, why?
Okay, no, I'm just making sure.
No,
Thought it
I've been
crashed.
checking the stream. It's fine. You have an echo, but it's because you're
Okay.
far from the mic.
Your camera starts went
Mm.
off, and I can't get it to come back on Discord. So, but
I'm here.
anyways, yeah, I'm figuring out how to do that. But all
I'm
right,
here.
let's get out of here. I got dinner and stuff to do. So
I'm hungry too. All right, good night, y'all. We'll see
next
you
week. Well, wait,
Saturday
hold
for
on. Next
cakes.
week, everybody, is strawberry week. So get your strawberry mixes in. And then after that, we're doing a tester week for tomato week for our new season. We're not going to do tomato. We're going to do a whole separate show. We generate an image and then mix a recipe, Linda and I together based off that image. But then it's just watermelon and yuzu, and we're done. So 3 more chances to get your recipes in. Strawberry's a big one. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. We'll see you Saturday for day DTV.
What?
We'll see you Saturday for DTV.
Oh. Yeah, Saturday is going to be cakes if Linda's there. If not, we will switch it around and do whatever's after that. Or I'll take the week off again. I don't know. We'll see. But it should be cakes with Linda. Hopefully, Linda, reminder. Yeah. So anyways, have a good night, y'all. Later.
Night.
Bye.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to...
Hey folks, it's your tortilla loving guy here, Corn. Not a fan, but flour tortilla guy here. Just saying hi. And see, I'm doing stuff. I don't know what should they're eating strawberries, what should they be doing? Maybe while hanging out in traffic? No. What should they be doing? 2 monkeys eating strawberries. I got one. Anyways, folks, have a good night. Stay safe. Happy late 4th, I guess. Or whatever. Later. Dude's done.